òtẹ́ nkẹ́tí sí wa ní gbogbo ìgbà. You're welcome to iSing TV. Simon Ekpa extradited to Nigeria. Ìyẹn ni ìròyìn tó ń jà rìnrìn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí o. Ó dẹ̀ ń gbóná fẹlifẹli. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni. Is it true that Simon Ekpa extradited to Nigeria? Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá lẹ́ gbọ́. Báwo ló ṣe jẹ́? How? When? And how did he get to Nigeria? How did they get him? How did they arrest him? Gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá lẹ́ gbọ́ lórí ìkànnì iSing TV lónìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tí wọlé yẹn ẹ máa bá like, share, subscribe sórí ìkànnì yẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tí wọlé, if you are a first timer on this channel, please make sure you like, share, subscribe to this channel for more updates on this channel. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Today we are going to talk about many things, and I promise you it's going to be short, because we are going to go straight to the point concerning the extradition of Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. You know, I always tell you that what Nigerian government cannot do does not exist. I know many people will remember that word. They have said it before, that what Nigerian government cannot do does not exist. Please, as you are joining us, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because I'm going to be more details, and I'm going to be go straight to the point so that without wasting our time. Now, there are some things I want us to listen to first. So, ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tiwa ti wọlé, ẹ má bínú, Adéwọlé Ọládèjì, ẹ má bínú, gbogbo pátápátá àti Yorùbá nation àti gbogbo pátápátá gbogbo ẹ̀ lẹ́gbọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n fún àǹfààní àwọn tí ò gbọ́ Yorùbá, ẹ jẹ́ n kọ́kọ́ ṣe ńgbà tí ná, màá máa túmọ̀ rẹ̀. I will interpret it into Yorùbá for those of you that you know the Yoruba. This is a Yoruba platform, but ìtàkùn tó so ikàn náà ló so elégédé. Understand the way yẹn, because òfin tó di ẹlẹ́hàá ló de eléégún. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí, ìdí nìyẹn tó jẹ́ wípé bó bá ti ń kan Biafra ó ń kan Yorùbá nation náà ni. So gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ni àjọ gbéyẹ̀wò. Ẹ̀yin ọlọ́pàá èèyàn náà dẹ̀ lẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa, kì í ṣe pé àwa là ń ṣètò, ẹ̀yin lẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa. Ẹja kọ́kọ́ gba bíbà ìwọlé náà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n extradite Simon Ekpa wá sí Nigeria, because Nigeria army, they have been happily jubilate since yesterday that ọwọ́ bá o, ògúlù túbọ̀ sínú omi, ọwọ́ bá o. So Simon Ekpa pé wọ́n ti bá Finland authority sọ̀rọ̀ pé kan extradite wá sí Nigeria, and they have been working tirelessly since yesterday tọwọ́ ti bá wípé Simon Ekpa ó gbọ́dọ̀ land sí Nigeria before Monday. Ó ní gbogbo iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Before Monday wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ make sure pé ó land sórílẹ̀-èdè yìí, wípé gbogbo all those things he has been causing in ẹ̀ṣẹ́ mòrí Ọlátúnjà ẹ̀ṣẹ́ o, gbogbo all those things tó ti ń cause ní east ní o, gbogbo àwọn east gan, even the eastern people, the easterners, they are also happy that Simon Ekpa is extradited to Nigeria. Gbogbo details yẹn náà mo fẹ́ kásáré gbọ́ ná. Ẹ já ká kọ́kọ́ mọ́ mo báyìí, ká kọ́kọ́ go straight to the point. Now, this is the information tó yẹ kí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa ká ti máa gbọ́. Information yẹn ṣe jáde kò tí ju 1 hour lọ báyìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Simon Ekpa. Ìyẹn mo ní kẹ́ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ information yìí ná. Does Nigerian government have power to extradite Simon Ekpa? Ìyẹn mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ ná. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà tá a bá gbọ́ yẹn tán, then we now move to the next stage, how Simon Ekpa will be extradited to Nigeria. So ìyẹn náà ni bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ wọlé ẹ̀ káàbọ̀. Make sure like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thanks. This is iSing TV. Now, ẹ já kọ́kọ́ gba bíbà ìwọlé náà kẹ́ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́.
Thank you. Good morning, Nigerians. First and foremost, I speak as a professional, and secondly, I speak as a Nigerian. Nothing more, nothing less. Professionally speaking, the Finnish authorities have done their due diligence, and they have reasonable grounds to arrest Mr. Simon Ekpa. And in that arrest, they followed due diligence to now charge him based on the information we are getting. Obviously, we still have a lot of work to do for clarifications, to authenticate all these informations. Now, with that due diligence done, it's now meant for the law court in Finland to now look into the request by the Chief of Defense Staff to extradite Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. Professionally speaking, the chances are possible to extradite Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. However, in my opinion, it's almost impossible, though it's not 100% impossible. Because one, there is no extradition treaty between Finland and Nigeria. Number two, the Finnish authorities have every right to take him to court to answer to the charges against him, and that is perfect. That is due diligence. And afterwards, don't forget the CJEU, the Criminal Justice of the European Union, also have a right under the European human rights to also test if he is suitable to be extradited to Nigeria based on one, the charges against him, and number two, the fundamentals, because he has to defend himself in a court of law. You cannot just bring charges without him answering in response to the reasons why he's inciting violence, to the fundamentals why he thinks there's a reason for him to request for self-determination for the people of Biafra. The Criminal Court of Justice of the European Union has to check if they believe in self-determination. They have to check if they believe in human rights abuses, because bringing that man to Nigeria is a great idea, but I'm not sure that the Chief of Defense Staff should go home and relax and sleep, because they have to consider the human rights records in Nigeria as a country. Obviously, we are all Nigerians. We know our human rights records. There is nothing to boast about. And in instances like people that have disappeared in Nigeria, off my head, Daddy Yatta is still being looked for. Nobody has seen him for years. The people that participated in the so-called NSAS protest, many of them, after the panel, no human rights justice for them. The people that were involved in the End Bad Governance protest, no human rights for them. Even last week, we saw the human abuse of a couple by an army general. Up to today, we are still hearing. Or about politicians who believe they can buy the justice system in Nigeria, or politicians who believe they can buy vehicles, build houses for justices. So obviously, we have to understand that Simon Ekpa has to answer to his charges against him. I think that's due diligence to do, and I support that. However, we have to also ask ourselves, can the Finnish authorities, if they want to copy what we do in Nigeria, example, Simon Ekpa is a politician in Finland today. He joined politics in 2017 and is a member of the National Coalition Party, the ruling party in Finland today. They won their national elections in February this year, and they have a president of the country. Simon Ekpa also served the country as an army officer. Now, if you look at this human rights record in Nigeria, what Nigerian politicians have done about justice in Nigeria, do you think the National Coalition Party of Finland will feel comfortable to extradite Simon Ekpa to Nigeria based on zero extraditory treaty between Nigeria and Finland, and based on the human rights of Nigeria in general? So I think the right thing has been done. Okay. But in conclusion, sir, I think Nigeria also has the copy from Finland to know that due diligence matters. Due diligence. Right.
Now, I hope you listen to what the man said very, very well. Now, ẹ jẹ́ kí Kasari summarize it from what the man said and what we read concerning Simeon Ekpa. Simeon Ekpa is a politician in Finland. He's also a barrister, as we read. There is also an human rights lawyer and activist. Then we were told that he has once served in their military before. And one other thing we read from this country is that it is one of the countries in the world that obey rule of law, that they don't joke with their citizens. They don't joke with their citizens. So based on all this now, Nigeria is now requesting the Finland authority to extradite Simon Ekpa to Nigeria, the way they did to Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. That is what the Nigerian authority are asking for now. In fact, the army, the military, they contacted the Finland authority that they should help them extradite Simon Ekpa to Nigeria before Monday, because he has many cases to answer in Nigeria. Now, the question now is this: will Finland release their own assets? At least the word asset is now a meaningful thing to all of us now that are used to the online. You understand where they say somebody is an asset. Now, if somebody is your assets, will you release your assets to another country? That is the question everybody they are asking now. Now, on the issue of Yoruba, I'm coming because this video is going to be a short video. It's going to be a short video. So, and I want us to listen very, very well. Let's listen to the video number 2 before we go to number 3. Now, listen to what this man said.
The question becomes, is it an issue in which he can be extradited to Nigeria? Nigeria has led the complaint. Terrorism for us all is an international crime. And if it is an international crime, by the Rome Statute, all countries must cooperate in the punishment, in the arrest, punishment, and prevention of terrorism. All countries that are signatory to the Rome Statute. Yes, all countries that are signatory to the Rome Statute. And in this case, Nigeria is a signatory to the Rome Statute, and Finland is also a signatory to the Rome Statute. So, under that, he can be tried in Nigeria. He can also be tried even in Finland. Now, the question becomes, should he be extradited? Do we have because for you to extradite, usually there should be a bilateral agreement. And from all indication, Nigeria do not have a bilateral agreement with Finland. However, since it's an international crime, he can still be extradited to Nigeria based on the international conventions and the Rome Statute. So, but it's a question of also what will be the conditions. The conditions will now be onerous. Can Nigeria satisfy the requirements of extraditing one to Nigeria without having a bilateral agreement with Finland? So this is where we are. Going into the accusations against him, we are from Nigeria. Some of us are from the Southeast, and we know that the act of terrorism, which involves instilling fear on civilian population to achieve a political goal, because you must understand what is the meaning of terrorism. Are you using unconventional means to instill fear on citizens in order to achieve a political goal? Once it's there, and especially once there is harm, and once people are dying, then certainly the conditions may have been fulfilled. But like I said, it's only the courts of law, either in Finland or in Nigeria, that can determine that, and it's evidence that will assist us to solve that. Thank you.
Very good. Well, let's go to Vincent Yeko
Now,
in Abuja studio.
mo nígbàgbọ́ pé ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tí máa yẹn sọ dáadáa, because a lot of time when issues like this happening, the people that are involved, especially the case of Senior Ekpa now, with this case now, is a very different case. It's a very different case. I'm driving towards a point. It's a very different case, because if Nigeria are to go by law now, if they want to go by law, if Senior Ekpa take them to International Criminal Court, that's the ICC, right? There are so many things. Yoruba will say, tí ìkà bá rojọ́, ìkà náà kọ́ ni ó dá ẹjọ́. So if he take them to International Criminal Court, even if by the time he presents his own case, okay, why do you do this? This is the reason why we are doing this. At least they will hear him, not unlike Nigeria that will say, I have like the first or the second caller said that Nigeria, we don't believe in rule of law. Somebody can just wake up one day and say, I bid out for the judges, and judges, oh yeah, do whatever I say. Go to the court and say this and say this. In overseas, it's not like that. In all those European countries, it's not like that. Though they are somehow, but at least to some extent, they are not like that. So if Nigeria are to go over there clean hands, they have to do a lot of thorough assignments, because tí ìkà bá rojọ́, ìkà náà kọ́ ni ó dá. Now, the Biafra we are talking about, they are not the only one that want to go out of Nigeria. Even the Yorubas are shouting that they are tired. And many attempts many frustration, many attempts, there are a lot of attempts, a lot of things that to frustrate the effort of Yoruba. After Igboho went to dynasty, a lot of things came. A lot of things, gbas. Is it only Biafra that want to go? Is it only Yoruba that want to go? If other tribe too, they want to go. So going to international criminal court now is going to be a serious problem, because the reason why it's going to be a serious problem is that if witness should come out from Yoruba nation now that what Ekpa is doing, there is nothing wrong. He's fighting for self-determination. Yoruba present their own case. The Hausa people come out and present their own case that we too, we are tired. Not only Ekpa that is tired. Can Nigerian government win the case? Because this case as it's going now. But the only thing I know is one sure possible in Nigeria is that what they cannot do in this country does not exist. Because they can use many means to make sure that Ekpa is extradited to Nigeria. They've tried it for Igboho several times, that they want to get Igboho by fire by force. If not for Benin, that is so firm in their decision, if not Benin Republic, they are so firm in their decision, do you know that they will have extradited Igboho also to Nigeria? Yes, they will have extradited him also to Nigeria. And if it's in Nigeria, it will have been the worst things. It will have been the worst things. Even up to now, is it not happening? Is it not happening? A lot of people are shouting, we are going. Nobody is seeing it as if. I like what somebody said on Arise this morning. He said, the government should look at the reason why this Simon Ekpa is shouting Biafra, Biafra. Is Biafran people marginalized? Yes or no? Yoruba people, are they suffering under Fulani? Yes or no? Those are the points, those are the things that they're supposed to look at. When you look at those points, are they fighters? Are they valid? If they look at those points, then they will not say, okay, what can we now do to make sure that we lessen the burden? But like what Simon Ekpa said, Lamdi Kanu said, and what Igboho also said, the three of them said the same thing. They said Nigeria is not designed for people, the citizen, to benefit from it. Nigeria is not designed for the citizen to benefit. Because if it's designed, how many years does it take a country to build a nation? How many years? If a government come now, look at what happened during Yar'Adua administration. When the Jonathan administration came, so many projects, so many policies were abandoned. During when Obasanjo came, he made sure he settled some debt, almost all the debt, right? Then when other people came, look at as of today now, our debt is in trillions. Was it not last week that they were saying that Afro-Nigeria own 100 and something thousand to pay from Chinese people? This is the reason why many people want to japa, want to leave the country of their birth. They want to leave the country of their birth. If Yoruba will say, Ti leba sanne, there is no reason why people will want to say, I want to leave my house and go to somebody's house. Even the house that they are going to, is it comfortable? No. Even those in the UK, they are shouting, hey, hey, wahala o, even the money at the end of the day, you send the money to Nigeria, they will squander the money. And you will be there inside the court. So, as it is, bó ṣe wà ní Líìkì ló wà ní Gbàǹjà, òwe Yorùbá ni, as it is in the East. That's where I'm going now. As it is in the East, because the Easterners, they are happy that they should extradite Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. Do you know that if government should get Igboho today, Yoruba people will be happy? I'm telling you the gospel truth. They will be so happy because some people don't believe in what Igboho is carrying up and down. And that is why we are still going to face more challenges. I know many people will not like this. Because what they want to hear is they should talk. Let's face the reality. This is a reality. We are not deceiving anybody on this platform. If all of us should focus on what they are doing is not good. What they are doing, when Onitiri claim that he has gotten a nation, where is she today? Where is she? So if Simon Ekpa declare their own, they will still face challenges. Because majority of the people, they don't like what Simeon Ekpa is doing, and that is why they are happy. Especially now, there's joy all over the Southeast because they have seen it as if God has catch our enemy of progress. And for how long are we going to continue like this? For how long? For how long are we going to continue? If all of us at this age, this our age, Samuel Ekpa was born, I think in 1980, is it 80 or 85? He's still under, let's say it's around 40 something, 45, 44, 40 something. Those are the age that benefit at least little from free education. Then, during Awolowo, the age range of that, Samuel Ekpa. These people have seen the past, they know the present, they are the one that want to make sure they put the future in right this place. Kí ọjọ́ iwájú kó lè dáa. So if the generation that saw where things at least was okay, tí wọ́n bá ti sọ wípé let us ẹ jẹ́ ká gba Nigeria is to pay 625,000 every Nigeria ẹ ṣe wọ́n ní every Nigeria to pay Chinese now 625,000 every Nigeria. What will now happen at the end of 4 years? This 4 years of this regime. What will happen at the end of 8 years? Because if Yoruba cannot go and Biafra 2 years, they are not going anywhere, they are still going to spend 8 years. And after that 8 years, somebody else will come and say, I don't want that policy, let me start my own. You can't see a nation progressing like that. All those developed countries, they have their own national interest. There's national interest first at certain percentage. Then every individual that comes to look at America today, there's something that is national interest first. Then the government that comes in will bring its own interest, okay, to add to, but the national interest supersede every interest. And that is how things work. But in Nigeria, every government in power has their own interest. No national interest. And that is why when a contract starts, it will stop. Somebody will start a contract today and they stop it. When another one comes in, they say, the year will come in into Awala one power and sing. They can leave their own. They will. And when those one also leave the power, another person will come. It's just personal interest. Personal interest. A lot of people, they are happy now that they should extradite. Ẹgbẹ́ wa, ẹgbẹ́ ẹdìlápá, ẹdìlókùn, ẹdùpadà sí Nigeria. Yes. In fact, I saw it on the news today when a lot of people were shouting, they should bring it to Nigeria. When they bring it to Nigeria, they can deal with him very well. Many people said that during Igboho too, when Igboho was in Benin Republic. Wọ́n ti gé lápá, wọ́n gé lẹ́sẹ̀, wọ́n tiẹ̀ ní kò lè rìn mọ́, wọ́n tiẹ̀ ní kinní kan, wọ́n ṣe ló ń bẹ̀bẹ̀, ń yọkún mú. That is Nigeria for you. Ẹ já sáré gbọ́ kìíní. Ẹ gbọ́ o, ẹgbẹ́ lè náà o, ẹ gbọ́ o. Ẹ gbọ́ o, èmi nìkan kọ́ ni màá dá ṣètò lónìí. Ẹ tún gbọ́ nǹkan tí màmá yìí sọ.
Tó fẹ́ dálẹ̀ kó dálẹ̀.
Ẹ gbọ́ o.
Ṣé bí bàbá ọba ṣe ìsọjọ́ ṣe ń lọ? Tó ń lọ sókè, tó ń lọ sísàlẹ̀. Ewé ojú omi ò kì í nísinmi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ ò ní ìsinmi ni. Bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ wọn kò ní ìsinmi, wọn ò dẹ̀ ní ìsinmi. Wọ́n ti lẹ́jẹ̀ tó kù lára àwọn máa fi make sure pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá àdélẹ̀ lérí. Èmi ọmọ Ibrahim, ọmọ Jani Atumu sọ pé you dey play. Ẹ̀yin lọ́lọ́run ni.
Àbí o.
Ṣé ẹ̀yin ni Ọlọ́run ni bàbá Ọbásanjọ́?
Màmá, ìbéèrè tí wọ́n ń béèrè nìyẹn o.
Ọ̀n tọmọdé ò bá bá tàn á bá àrọ́bá. Àrọ́bá gangan ni bàbá ńlá
bàbá àtàn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni màmá.
Mi ò bá yín wí bàbá Ọbásanjọ́. Torí pé tàbá rí pẹ́pẹ́ nígbà tẹ wà ní kékeré ẹ rí bàbá tọ́ yín. Ẹnu mi ò gba oṣù wọ́n máa sọ. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ rí bàbá tọ́ yín. Bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ kì í ṣe bàbá yín o. Tí gbogbo ayé ò bá mọ̀ ni mò ń sọ yẹn. Oyèjẹkùn Joseph Oyèjẹkùn ni bàbá yín. Tí ò dúró kó tọ́ yín. Kó fún yín ní any moral compass. Kó fún yín ní any moral ethos. Kó fún yín ní understanding and wisdom bí ilé ayé ṣe ń lọ. Tó máa gbé yín wọ ní humanity, tó máa jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ yí pé tí ẹ bá ní àánú ọmọ ẹ̀dá ẹgbẹ́ yín, ẹ̀yin kò ní rí àánú gbà lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Ìkànnì yín o bàbá Ọbásanjọ́. ṣùgbọ́n mo rí pé nítorí pé ọmọ àlè ni yín ẹni láti wù ọmọ àlè ni yín ẹni tó ṣe yín láǹfààní tó gbé orúkọ ńlá orúkọ bàǹtìbàǹtì rabatarabata Ọbásanjọ́ tó bá ní Ọbásanjọ́ ó tún mí bí Ọlọ́run ọba ló ń sanjọ́ Ọlọ́run wá gbé yín sí ipò tẹ́ ẹ̀ deserve ó gbé yín síbẹ̀ lórí àpèrè mẹ́ta lẹ́jọ́ pẹ́sidẹ̀ǹtì ìkan ọdún mẹ́jọ ìkan ọdún mẹ́rin ọdún méjìlá kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ ṣe fún orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ọmọ àlè yín irú Fúlàní lẹ́ ń pọ́nlá ntọ́ bá ní kẹsẹ̀ lẹ́ ń ṣe ẹ̀yin amukú mẹ́kọ ẹlẹ́ẹ̀láìkì ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀ ní jẹ́ kí Yorùbá lọ ṣe láìkì àwọn ẹbí yín ọmọ láti Anambra àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ṣe láìkì wọn tọ́mọ àlè yín bá láìkì wọn ọdún kẹta tó ti Nnamdi Kanu mọ́lẹ́ nìyí ìyẹn pé ẹ̀ tí ì rí kankan náà wọn ọmọ àlè lákì tẹ́ńtẹ́lé wọn kẹ lọ sọ fún wọn yín pé kọ́ bá yín sọ ẹbí yín sílẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n aláìní tìjú ni ọmọ àlè yín ẹ lè fọwọ́ sọ̀yà kẹgbójú yín jáde kẹsọ pé yes Joseph Oyejekwe policeman Joseph Oyejekwe ni bàbá yín tí ò bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ gbé fọ́tò bàbá yín jáde kẹ mú bá sáfítíkẹ́ẹ̀tì yín jáde gbogbo èèyàn máa lè tẹ gbà sílẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹjọ lówó tẹjọ lọ́lá tẹwálé ẹ fẹ́ máa gùn wá gàràgàrà Olúwa máa yẹ̀ yín bọ́ ni Olúwa máa yẹ àkámọ́ yín dì ní àdàbí bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ tí kì í bá ń ṣe orúkọ Ọbásanjọ́ yẹn lẹ fi ń ṣe presidency lẹ fi ń ní owó lẹ fi ń ní ọlá lẹ fi ń ní ipò gbogbo bí jẹ́ orúkọ yẹn ló ń ròyìn ẹ̀yin ẹgbẹ́ Oyèjẹ́kù sí ẹ sọ orúkọ bánlá bàbá yín kẹwàá wò bẹ́ẹ̀ ó máa fún yín lẹ́ni any 1 minute attention nítorí pé ẹ ń jẹ́ Ọbásanjọ́ yẹn ọba Ọlọ́run ni ọba lèwí lè ṣe àlèṣe lèwí.
Kábíyèsí bàbá.
Orúkọ yẹn ló ń ròyìn o ṣùgbọ́n ẹ kì í ṣe orúkọ yín ẹ ṣẹ́gun jealousy you are a narcissist ẹ ṣẹ́gun ìwà ìkà apanimayọ̀dà ni yín bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ ṣùgbọ́n ẹ máa bá Ọlọ́run lẹ́sẹ̀ gbèjì ẹ jẹ́ bàbá láyà lóòótọ́ ìtókùnú ẹ̀mí yín ìtókùnú gbèsè ní ayé yín ẹ máa jẹ bótobòto nínú ìyà Olúwa máa dààmú yín ni ó máa fìtìnọ́tì yín ẹ máa bọ̀ bí pẹ́ńdúlọ́mù ni ẹ ní nísìmí sẹ́.
Kí ló dé?
Ewé ojú omi ò ní nísìmí bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ mo sọ fún yín lẹ́nu pé Ọlọ́run ti gba ìsinmi kò lọ́wọ́ yín. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá tún kúrò ní United Nations kẹ lọ sí ECOWAS kẹ lọ sí Hague kẹ lọ fi ẹjọ́ wa sùn nígbà tó bá yá Ọlọ́run bó ṣe ya nígbà tí ó kó àwọn ọmọ Israẹli kúrò ní abẹ́ Pharaoh after 430 years Olúwa gbà wá lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín gbogbo ẹ̀yà adánilọ́wọ́kọ́ igi wọ́rọ́kọ́ tẹ́ ẹ̀ lè tún lọ ṣe tẹ́pẹ̀ ń dáná rú ni Olúwa máa yẹ̀ yín bọ́lẹ̀ ni tìrántìrán yín tọmọtọmọ yín tẹ́bálẹ̀ ní nísìmí ẹ̀yin gan ò ní nísìmí bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ Ọlọ́run rẹ̀ kì í fòrò ẹ̀mí yín ẹ̀ ní píìsì ní píìsì nítorí pé conscience yìí ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ fún yín pé ẹ ti ṣì ẹ máa lọ ẹ máa bọ̀ ni ẹ máa lọ ẹ máa bọ̀ ní sẹ́ẹ̀ bíi pendulum ní nísìmí. Ẹ ti pé 70 ọdún ìyí tó kù ní gbèsè ilé ayé yìí èmi ọmọ mi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín ẹ wò mí dáadáa bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ ẹ lè gbádùn. Kẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ gbogbo owó ilé Nàìjíríà jọ kẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ máńṣọ̀nù ilé kan máa bà yín lẹ́rù.
Ẹ jẹ́ bàbá aláìkẹ́ ẹ máa bá ṣí àjọ ẹ máa bá pín ẹ máa kọ́ ọ̀tí ẹ̀.
Ṣé kìnìún kan lọ́sìn pa? Ẹ lọ pé Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn sínú ilé yín àwọn ẹbí yín náà ló máa pa ẹ̀yin bàbá oníkòmọkòtò mi ò lè bá yín wí ẹ rí bàbá tírẹ̀nì yín bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ yes tó bá jẹ́ pé wà lọ́dọ̀ bàbá yín ní kékeré tó ti impute sínú ọkàn yín ìwọ ọmọlúwàbí kẹwàá ọmọ Yorùbá ní ṣùgbọ́n ẹ ráyè bàbá yín ò ráyè ti yín
ẹ jẹ́ bàbá aláìkẹ́ bá ṣe ẹ̀
fún ìyá yín lóyún ó gbàbí tó fẹ́ gbà lọ ni tó bá bí yín re tẹ bá mọ̀ pé lóòótọ́ ẹ ní guts ẹ ní balls ẹ ní the audacity ẹ gbé picture bàbá yín jáde káwá wò bẹ́yà yẹn ni Ọbásanjọ́ mo ti rí picture bàbá yín rí ẹjọ́ wọn tẹnutẹnu ẹ̀yin ẹnu náà bí ẹnu asín ugly inside and out you are ugly inside but you are uglier outside ìka ènìyàn ní ìránṣẹ́ èṣù ní bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ bọ̀tẹ́ ẹ bọ́ lọ́rùn níbẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ti rí ẹ̀ńtọ́lọ́run dá tó tún lágbára jọ lọ́run lọ kò sí dey play ẹ jẹ́ bàbá láyà èmi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín ẹ jẹ́ bàbá láyà bọ́tòbọ́tò nínú ìyà wọn lọ́mọ òwú ní ẹbọra owó kí ni nu pẹ́kọ́ nìyá yín náà ti wá ni tó ń ṣàgbé gbogbo yín lọ́mọ Yorùbá ẹ ṣàfẹ́ jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá bọ̀tẹ́ fẹ́ hate ọmọ Yorùbá gbogbo yín fẹ́ jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ọmọ yóò lọ o ṣùgbọ́n ẹ máa gbé léṣòde ní bọ́lọ̀ ń ṣe sọ ẹ wà nù ilé ẹ máa tọ̀ sára ẹ máa yàgbẹ́ sára ojú yẹn fọ́ ẹsẹ̀ yẹn rọ straw ló máa fi fún yín ní ìrẹsì jẹ. bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ ẹlẹ smart by half ẹ ní fún wa lódìdí àwa gan ò ní gbà nǹkan tẹ́ ṣe máa mọ̀ pé ọmọ kọ ògidì ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá ẹ ti sún wa dé stage pé anything can happen ó wá ń sọ wọ́n di ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ nílùú ẹ̀ nígbà tó kọjá ààyè bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń kọjá ààyè yín o ibi tí àpèrè tọ́lọ́ ń gbé yín sí tó yẹ kẹjà bíi statement àbí omi Yorùbá ata Yorùbá epo Yorùbá ni wọ́n ẹ̀yìn àti Ọbásanjọ́ ọjọ́ ìrẹ́jọ́ jẹ tàbí dé epo àpèrè tẹ́dé yẹn ẹ wá kọjú ìkà sí wa ẹ lè fẹ́ máa ṣe wá ń kà ẹ ní rí bá ti ṣe ká láàárọ̀ ti jẹ́ kó yẹ yín tọ́lọ́sọ̀ ti jẹ́ kó yẹ yín alálẹ̀ máa yí gbogbo ẹ̀dá lọ́wọ́.
màmá ẹ má jà ṣépè dókítà ẹ ti ń go deep o màmá ti ń go deep sínú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ ti ń go deep ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé lórí ìkànnì àwọn ò ṣépè ṣùgbọ́n ká mú wá náà bó bá ṣe yẹ lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan káwọn èèyàn lè mọ̀ pé ara ń kan àwọn èèyàn ara ń kan Gaza wàláì ara ń kan Gaza ẹ mọ̀ èyí tí dọ́là dà lónìí báyìí bó fẹ́ ra nǹkan kékeré igi ìfẹ́ kí dọ́là àwọn tó wà lábúròdù tó bá kówó wálé owó wọn á pọ̀ kò yí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ṣá. Many people don't understand how things work. Is it everybody ló léèyàn lábúròdù? If you want to buy electronics now or you want to buy car or you want to buy anything house utensils or house kini ìgbà yẹn lẹ máa mọ nǹkan tí wọ́n ń pè tí wọ́n ń sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ pé dọ́là ò ní dọ́là. A lot of people say sábà kó fẹ́ ṣẹ́yìn gbogbo èèyàn ló léèyàn lábúròdù. Must we depend on the ìgbà wo làwọn ará Amẹ́ríkà ń depend lórí àwọn ará Nàìjíríà pé ó dìgbà tá a bá send owó sí wa láti Nàìjíríà aṣáàgbọ́ pé as at 1979 a sì ń gbọ́ pé ní Nàìjíríà tá a bá fún ẹ ní 500 naira tó bá mú lọ sí US ó ní iye owó tí wàá fi gbà ṣùgbọ́n ní Nàìjíríà lónìí ó ti wá di opposite. We're talking about 40, 44, 45, 46 years ago. So yẹ kó mọ̀ dáa sí ni. So a lot of people that are shouting that are even happy about Simi Ekpa wọ́n gbé ẹdí lápá ẹdí lókun ẹ gbé sínú páálí ẹ bọ́ǹdù ẹ̀ wá Nàìjíríà. A lot of people don't really understand how things work. And we just, on this program, our own is just to sensitize. We sensitize ourselves. The reason why we need to go. Ẹ ṣé mo rí yín Pavilion TV ẹ ṣé mo rí yín Agnes Akande mo rí yín Victoria Moradike ẹ ṣé mo rí yín. A lot of things. If we continue like this, ọdún mẹ́jọ á parí o, another one will still come. And you say, this is my own policy. There is no national interest, no national policy, except individual policy and there is no even party policy. Unlike before, that we have party policy. Like, okay, AD, tẹ̀sókè o, ọ̀rọ̀wọ̀ mi, AD o, ẹgbẹ́ Awólọ́wọ̀, ìwòsàn ọ̀fẹ́, ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́, ṣẹ́rí ká fi ṣe campaign mọ́ lónìí. Wọ́n ti gbàgbé gbogbo yẹn, wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin èèyàn gan ẹ fẹ́ràn ara yín. Wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin gan ò fẹ́ràn ara yín. That is why they create enmity among us. They create system, religion, wọ́n á fi religion create problems sáàrin wa. Wọ́n á lo politics, wọ́n á fi create problems sáàrin wa. Wọ́n á lo ethnicity, wọ́n á fi create problems sáàrin wa. Àwa àti Ìgbò ìwà wa ìṣe wa ò jọra wọn. Ọkọ̀ kan náà ló kàn pa wá pọ̀ ni. Ìwà wa ìṣe wa ò jọra wọn. and that is why sáwà táwùsá ní ṣe wa só jọra wá ń sìn kò jọra wa, and that is why you see ẹ lè rí a serving person tó ń jẹ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nínú Nàìjíríà lónìí kó support Yorùbá nation. The same thing applicable to Simeon Ekpa. Tẹ́ bá ní bẹ́ẹ̀ sí celebrate Simeon Ekpa pé wọ́n náà gbé lánàá pé wọ́n náà àwọn kan tẹ́ ń sọ pé kankan apá ẹ̀ kankan ẹsẹ̀ ẹ̀. Ṣé wọn ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà sí Ìgbòho ni? Ṣé wọn ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà sí Sunday Ìgbòho? People are happy because a freedom fighter wọ́n tì mọ́lé and the people are jubilating. If Mandela tó bá jẹ́ pé Mandela náà òun náà gbàbọ̀dè nígbà yẹn, will the South African people today, will they celebrate it? Will they be where they are today? The same Finland in 1870 or 1879, they have problems and they face it. Today they are enjoying. All those advanced country. Kato round the up torí mo sọ pé ètò mi níjẹ́ kó gùn. We have some like 4 minutes to go. Mo fẹ́ béèrè kan mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ máa fi sínú comment section. Kí ló dé tó yẹ kí gbogbo àwọn advanced country yẹn wọn ò wá ire fún Nàìjíríà àbí fún citizen ní Nàìjíríà tó jẹ́ wípé àwọn olórí tí wọ́n mọ̀ fìyà jẹ wá bíi Pharaoh òun ni wọ́n máa ń support. Kí ló dé tí àwọn ò lè create ọ̀kan support wa ní electoral system or in another form or in another way tó pé wọ́n fi make sure pé kí Nàìjíríà náà tiẹ̀ jẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè tí ó ṣe mú yan gàn lájọ àgbáyé. Wọn ò ní ṣe yẹn fún wa. Kí ló dé tí wọn ò create pé òkè ó yá ẹ̀yà olórí orílẹ̀-èdè tẹ́ bá tẹ̀lé ṣe yẹn ti yẹn náà kí wọ́n tiẹ̀ kìlọ̀ fún ọ pé ẹ lọ tún ìlú yín ṣe. Bóyá àwọn tiwa ni wọ́n send padà wálé o bóyá ẹ lọ tún country ṣe bóyá gbogbo ọmọ ni wọ́n dẹ̀ àwọn tó dẹ̀ wà lábọ́dọ̀ àgbàdo kan deport yín o àgbàdo ààrẹ o bóyá àwọn kankan ni wọ́n ṣàṣe ni pé ó yá ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ lọ tún orílẹ̀-èdè yín ṣe. Wọn ò ní ṣe yẹn torí pé nínú ìbàjẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà làwọn ti ń jẹ táwọn. Mo sọ fún yín kí n tó ráǹdè tó yọ̀pù mo ní bàbá kan bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ bàbá kan ní wípé àwọn ò gbàdúrà kí Nàìjíríà pín tí Nàìjíríà bá tiẹ̀ pín káwọn ti kú wọ́n nítorí pé bí táwọn ti ń jẹ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ lélẹ̀. And I'm very sure we have thousands of people like that we have that kind of mentality wípé àwọn ò gbàdúrà kí Nàìjíríà pín lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ because that is where they are hitting and that is why a lot of people, in fact more people are still coming out. They will come out that they must lock Simon Ekpa inside the prison. Tó dé tọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ pé tí wọ́n sọ pé Ìgbòho táwọn sọ pariwo pé kìíní because they don't want them to come. And majority of people want it them become money wípé tó dẹ̀ sure ni wípé ẹnìkan ò lè rule for life. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni owó Yorùbá ní ọba mẹ́wàá ìgbà mẹ́wàá ló ní ilé ayé. So if those people and gradually ṣe rí pé wọ́n ti introduce àwọn ọmọ wọn náà sínú system. Èkó ń ṣe àwọn ará Èkó ń yarí wọ́n ní kó padà sọ́sùn kó lọ contest lọ́sùn. Ẹ̀yin tọ̀sùn tẹ́yìn náà bá dẹ̀ sùn ẹ jẹ́ ká máa claim rágbìjì claim kankan ká claim ẹ̀mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ ká tó contest. Ẹnu mi kọ́lẹ̀ ti gbọ́ o ètò yìí ò sí fún ká máa abuse kò dẹ̀ sí fún ká attack káwa educate òní tí ètò yìí wà fún. The program is to educate. It's not to abuse. It's not to antagonize. It's not to accuse. But our own is to educate people. That this program should serve as a documentary that people can rewatch and listen and learn. That is what this program is all about. It's not about fake news. Something that will benefit the life of the citizen. Something that people will look at and say, wow, I love the program. Àwọn ìbéèrè tèmi ń béèrè lónìí nìyẹn. Kí ló dé tí àwọn àjọ àgbáyé tí wọn ò pe àwọn olórí wa sí àkíyèsí pé ẹ lọ túlù yín ṣe but wọn ò ní ṣe yẹn. If they want to go to court now over Simeon Ekpa or Sunday Igboho now to International Criminal Court, do you think Nigerian government will win? Put it in the comment section. If you are just joining us for the first time, this is ICN TV. Thorough analysis, pure analysis. No sentiment, no fake news. Ẹ jẹ́ bá wa like, ẹ bá wa share, ẹ bá wa subscribe sí orí ìkànnì yìí. Ẹ ṣé o ní gbogbo ibikíbi tẹ́ ti ń wò wá. I really appreciate those of you that are just joining us for the first time. I appreciate all the existing viewers. Thanks for watching.